So let's start the discussion of number, and I prefer to start the discussion of number with natural numbers. This way, I'll discuss total 11 or 10 types of different cases. Okay, so let's start with numbers, and the number one will be natural number. Okay, now when I say the numbers are natural, I mean I'm talking about 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. These numbers are natural number. 0 is not included as a natural number because one of the reason could be like 0 is plus 0 is also 0, minus 0 is also 0. So 0 is not a natural behavior. So if I want to include 0, I'll call them whole number. Under whole number, what do we have? We have 0, we have 1, we have 2, and all these things. Third case, if I also include the want to include the negative numbers, say minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, all these number, these are called integers. So basically the fact is integer include the whole number, the natural number. So integer is the biggest set. If the number is not an integer, we'll call this is fractions. Now what comes under fraction? Numbers are not integer, called fractions. So say 3 by 2, it is a fraction. 1.6, it's a decimal fraction. Root over 3 is not an integer, so fraction. Pi is a fraction. 22 by 7 is a fraction. So whatever number is not an integer, it's called fraction. 0.7 bar. Bar means bar means the recurring number. If I say 0.7 bar, I mean 0.777 continue till infinity. If I say 0.63 bar, what do I mean by 63 bar? The repetition will be of 63, 63, and it will continue. This is the understanding of numbers. So please understand that a number, a real number, could be either integer or fraction. A real number could be either fraction or integer. इंटीजर के अंदर यू गेट होल नंबर, नेचुरल नंबर सब आ जाएगा, और फ्रैक्शन तो बाकी नंबर आएगा. Now, number fifth discussion, I prefer to take prime numbers. So the basic definition of prime number is a number is divisible by exactly two numbers, like 1 in itself is a prime number. So I'll put it this way. If a number is divisible by exactly two numbers, that means the prime numbers have exactly two factors. The numbers have exactly two factors are called prime numbers, like 2, like 3, like 5, like 7. 1 is not a prime number. The reason being 1 is divisible by 1 only. So it has only one factor, not two factors. So prime number is basically the number has exactly two factors, have exactly two factors. So having two factor is basically a cutoff. If a number have two factor, we call this is prime. More than two factor, we'll call composite. Two factor is basically a cutoff. Having two factor is called a prime number. More than two, we call this is composite numbers. Okay. Now, the discussion should be about the prime numbers now. So, if you look at the prime numbers other than 2 and 3, so this prime number always follow this format. What format? If you write down 6, before 6, 5, after 6, 7, both are prime numbers. The next multiple of 6 would be 12. Before 12, 11, after 12, 13, both are prime numbers. So whenever you are looking for prime numbers, basically no need to search for each places. What you do, you just search the multiple of 6. You get prime numbers there only, because the next multiple of 6 would be 18. So before 18 will be 17, after 18 it will be 19. These are prime numbers. So whenever you are searching for prime number, the point is no need to search all the places. You just search 6 multiple before this or after this. Prime number exists there only. Not all the cases, but prime number. Not all the cases mean not all the cases. By that I mean the next multiple of 6 is 24. Before 24, 23. After 24, 25 is not a prime number. So the point is, whenever you are searching prime number, no need to search every places. You just search the multiple of 6. Either you get a prime number before it or after it. Okay. Then next multiple of 6 would be 30. Before 30, 29, 31, both are prime number. Next multiple of 30 will be 36. Before 36, 35 is not a prime number, so I'm not going to write it. 37 is a prime number. Okay. So, can I say that the prime numbers are of the form 6n plus minus 1. If this is a prime number, it will be always of the form 6n plus minus 1. But I never said a number of the form will be a prime number. It is not true, no. Because 35 is in this form is not a prime number. But my job is done. My point is, if there is a prime number must occur either before or after. No need to search all the places. Okay. Number 2 point, you should know about prime number, that 2 is the only even prime. Number 3, there are total 25 prime numbers. Between 1 to 100. Okay. These are the fact about prime numbers. Now let's discuss about the number 6 case, where I'll be discussing the composite number. Okay. Now it's a pretty easy thing. Composite numbers have more than 2 factors. Like 6, like 10, like 12, dot dot dot. So the point is, 1 is neither prime nor composite. Okay. Now the 7th number is a rational number. So idea of rational number should be clear to all of you. So any number of the form p divided by q, where p, q both are integer, and q is not equals to 0, are called rational number. So rational number are of the form p by q, obviously. Now, what usually the mistake we do, we think p by q means always a fraction, but it is not always the case. So, say 3 by 2 is a rational number because of the form p by q. Minus 6 by 7 is also a rational number. Integer could be negative as well. Now tell me, what is the problem if I write down only 3? 3 is 3 by 1. Only 6 is also rational number, 6 by 1. So rational number are not only the fraction number but also the natural numbers. The integers are already rational. All the integers. 0, 0 by 1. Got the point? So all these number that I know that are integers are already rational numbers. Hmm. So what are not rational numbers? It's not about p by q. P by q is what? Something by something. So you always have 1 over there. So integers are always a rational number. Now what are not in rational numbers? Like root 3. Because the reason being, you cannot write down root 3 in a p by q form where p, q are both are integer. Though you can write down 3 by root 3 is root 3, but root 3 q is not an integer. So it is not the case. So to complete the definition, this is a perfect definition, but we can also include something about the rational number. Uh, the decimal, the terminating decimal are rational number. Like 1.73 is a rational number because this can be written as 173 by 100 p by q form. But it should terminate. What is the problem with root 3? It is 1.732 and continuously it goes on. It never terminates. So it is not a rational number. It should be a decimal, but it should terminate. Condition number 2. If it is a non-terminating, then it should be recurring. Numbers are also rational. So if I say 0.7 bar, it is rational because this can be written as 7 by 9. I'll show you how. If I say 0.63 bar, this can be written as 63 by 99. If you divide 63 by 99, you get 0.63, 60, 60, these things. So what is a rational number? Rational number, the number that we daily use, it is possible to use, like root 3. You do not know the actual value of root 3. It is 1.732 and continuously it goes on. So I cannot find it, the value. Pi. Pi is also not a rational number. But 22 by 7 is a rational number. So this is a confusion. Pi is not a rational number, but 22 by 7 is a rational number. Why 22 by 7 is a rational number? Because it is of the form p by q. Why pi is not? The reason being, the value of pi and the value of 22 by 7 is not exactly the same. It is same up to a certain digits. The value of 22 by 7 is 3.142857 and continuously 1 again. But value of pi would be 3.14159. So you can understand that only the first 3 digits of pi and 22 by 7 are same. So pi is not 22 by 7. Pi, the value of pi is 3.14159 and continuously goes on. But I know the value of 22 by 7. It is 1412587 and then again repeats. Again, 142857. So it's a recurring, or other way around. It is also p by q form. You can go with either of the process. Got this? So what is the rational number? Rational number are of the form p by q, and p q are integers and q is not equal to 0. It is okay. But along with that also you can include this thing. It should be a terminating decimal like 1.73. It is terminated. If it is non-terminating, okay, I understand, non-terminating. But it should recur then, like 0.7 bar, 0.63 bar, and this way. And the main point is, all of you should know that 22 by 7 that 22 by 7 is a rational number. 22 by 7 is a rational number. But pi is not a rational number. The reason being, I hope you understood that pi is not 22 by 7. Only the first few digits are same. Done. Now 7 is done. Continue with the x number 8. 8th number would be irrational number. What are irrational numbers? The numbers are not rational. The number that are not rational called irrational number. Example कौन है? Root 3, pi, those things. Root 7. I don't know the value of those. Now number 9th, we must also know about the co-prime number. Prime is done. Now talk about co-prime. Now co, by the word co I means mutual prime. So what do you mean by mutual prime? Look at 5 and say 9. What are common between 5 and 9? What is the common number? Nothing but 1. If I say 5, 10, 12. Tell me what is common between 5 and 10? 5. What is common between 10 and 12? 2. But what is common among all the three? Is there anything common? Yes, only one. तीनों में क्या common है? Only one common है. So, two or more numbers are said to be co-prime if one is only common factor. Or rather, the other way around, if you want to write down, the HCF is equals to 1. So you can understand about co-prime, any consecutive numbers are co-prime, obviously. Also, one is co-prime with any number. Done? And then talk about the last number that you already know, that is even number and odd number. So this is a pretty simple thing. Even number are 2, 4, 6, 0 are all even number. So and odd numbers are what? 1, 3, 5, dot, dot, dot. So I can say the even number are of the form 2n and the odd number are of the form 2n plus minus 1.